Well, Wednesday was a busy day across the country as labor unions took to the streets to protest against the hike in petrol prices and seek better welfare for Nigerians. Before the meeting of President Bola Tinubu and labor leaders, members of the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress in the North had joined their counterparts in the protests. Ibrahim Issa compiled reports of the protests in the northern states.
Members of the organized labor across various states of the North came out on the street to protest the government decision to remove fuel subsidies and hike fuel prices in the country. In Kano, they started off on one of the major roads in the state, carrying placards and singing solidarity songs, and ended the Kano government house roundabout, where they handed over a letter containing their demands to the state secretary to the government, Dr. Bichi.
This is an achievement which we hope with this protest they will come to realize that Nigerians are serious, Nigerians are suffering. We are peaceful. We don't want to do anything that will affect the livelihood of Nigerians and our government.
In this business of struggle, we are part and parcel as far as Kano State government is concerned. His Excellency, the Governor of Kano State, is the best friend of labor in this state.
In Katsina State, officials of the NLC, in company with the police and operatives of the State Security Service, went round strategic routes in the state capital, chanting their slogans in disapproval of the petrol price increase. The procession started from the NLC headquarters along the Liapa roundabout and ended around the state's ring road.
What Labour is demanding is immediate implementation in good faith of the resolutions with the Congress jointly signed with the government and the TVC.
In Kaduna State, the NLC fuel subsidy protests were held amid tight security. There was a deployment of additional security personnel across potential hotspots to ensure a peaceful demonstration, considering the state's past experiences of violence.
We want to press home and put on the table to the government that we are not happy with the way they are handling the country, particularly the issue of podium and speech that was made by His Excellency the President of this country.
In Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State, the labor union came out en masse, attributing the hardship of Nigerians are facing currently to the removal of fuel subsidies. The labor union in Borno is one of the view that the federal government should, as a matter of urgency, bring back the subsidy as the palliative measures rolled out are not sufficient for all citizens.
Definitely, as parents, it has cost much because most of us have abandoned our cars for about 2 months now. But if the government will listen to our cry, we are going to achieve our aim to obey the government.
In Plateau State, Labour staged a peaceful procession from the popular Secretariat Beach to the entrance of the State Secretarial Complex.
We are agitating that the parents should put in functional place first before the removal of subsidy, because these are the constitutional we are going to face. People refuse to see with the position of the labor. Here we are particularly facing what we are facing.
Members of the Nigeria Labour Union in Adamawa State were led by the state chairman, Emmanuel Fashe, who handed over their letter of demands to Governor Ahmed Umaru Pinteri. He especially kicked against the increase in school fees of unity schools without an increase in the salary of civil servants, which he described as counterproductive, exposing the masses to more vulnerability.
The hike in price of petroleum products is not enough suffering on Nigerians. School fees of unity schools that are owned by our government, the federal government, has been hiked, thereby making citizens now to even withdraw their votes from government-owned school, public-owned school that was built with their tax money.
Meanwhile, in Taraba State, labor leaders had an interactive meeting with Governor Agbu Kefas at the government house in Jalungu, where they tabled their demands.
It's not only in Taraba, it is a nationwide issue that you see people, everybody, because we are tired of what is happening in the country.
There's no difference between us and you. It is from the same family, the same schools, the same thing that we got to where we are. So we're supposed to complement each other. And that is why we're here to make things right.
Also in Kwara State, Labour leaders marched from the Labour House to the Government House in Ilorin, singing solidarity songs. Ebuno Oluwarotimi Adeli say the Kwara State Commissioner of Police was in charge of security personnel who were on the scene to guarantee the protest was carried out in peace. A letter of protest was presented to the Deputy Governor, who appealed to Nigerians to bear the initial suffering.
Vouch for Tinubu that is a man that came to power with a vision. A lot of people look for power to become governor, to become senators, to become president just for the prestige.
In Nasarawa State, organized labor called on the federal government to reverse the implementation of fuel subsidy removal. The union urged the government to immediately increase the minimum wage for workers to 200,000 naira.
The subsidies removal has affected all sectors in Nigeria. It affected all workers in Nigeria. It affected all pensioners in Nigeria. It affected all a common man in the state.
In Niger State, the Deputy Governor, Yakubu Garba, who was a past NLC chairman in Niger State, joined the labor protests. He joined the march from the Labour House to the State House of Assembly, where the protesters were received by the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Abdul Malik Sarkindaji.
It is not wrong for any leader to bring any policy that he feels it will bring progress and development of the country. But we as a labor, what we are saying, any policy government will implement, let it be with a human face, so that people should not suffer. And I believe that's just the message.
In Gombe State, the planned nationwide protest did not hold, and residents in the state went around their normal activities. However, activities at both state and federal government facilities are skeletal, as most workers stay at home.
I will just advise our people, let us have patience with the government. They mean well for us. I know with little time we can see enjoy them better and better and better.
The subsidy that they just removed is really stopping us for this country. Everyone is tired.
The Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union are optimistic that the protest will yield positive results. Ibrahim Isa, TVC News.